News now from Tamil Nadu. Replicating its success in the Lok Sabha polls, the AIDMK led by Chief Minister Jayalalitha has done very well in the civic by-elections. In fact, its party candidates triumphed in Tuticorin, Coimbatore and Tirunelveli. And this remarkable show comes just days before that crucial verdict in Jayalalitha's disproportionate assets case on the 27th of September. Joining me now is senior journalist R. Mani from Chennai. Mr. Mani, how do you interpret this verdict in the civic by-polls politically?
I don't think there is much to interpret these results politically. The results are an expected one. The major political party, DMK, has boycotted these elections. BJP was the only party which was in the fray. And the BJP has tasted the true colors of AIDMK in these elections. Jayalalitha was a tough person for anyone to meet. Even there are central ministers and top bureaucrats who are waiting for their appointment. But here, the Iron Lady of Tamil Nadu has given appointment to BJP mayoral candidate and a ward candidate. So this is a huge surprise for political observers here also. So this much I can say that Jayalalitha has taken up these elections very seriously, which is in fact a very surprising one.
Right. Mr. Mani, you say that Jayalalitha took these elections very seriously. What kind of an impact do you think it will have on the morale of the AIDMK cadre, given that this result has come just 5 days before that September 27 court verdict?
Again, I can say that there won't be any much impact on the cadres of the AIDMK. As we discussed earlier, that the results are a foregone conclusion. As far as this September 27th verdict is concerned, the genuine fear is there among the AIDMK cadres who are the know of things. If the verdict goes against Madam, then she has to resign, and even if it's a one-day conviction, she will get disqualified. So when there is a palpable, anger or anxiety or danger on the horizon, these results may not alter that scenario. See, the AIDMK cadre, being a shrewd street fighter, knew the dangers ahead in a 1 week's time from now.
Right. Mr. Mani, thanks a lot for joining us there from Chennai. News now from Karnataka, where the Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, will not meet the fate of his Jharkhand and Haryana counterparts. That's because the state BJP unit has issued a diktat to his cadre that he should not be bored when he shares the stage with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday.
परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी
The kind of bowing that happened to Chief Ministers of Haryana and Jharkhand in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's presence won't happen with Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. That follows a diktat issued by the Karnataka BJP to its workers.
We are given a message to our party workers, no party banner, no party flags. Give respect to the Chief Minister and who are in the dais. Give respect to all the people who are on the dais. So it is our instructions to the party worker.
The Karnataka BJP cadre has promised not to take a leaf out of its Haryana counterparts' book.
There has been instruction from the party leaders to all the cadres not to boo anybody. And definitely, see what happens, it is all sentimental issues, madam. People are more, when Modi is there, all other importance goes to Modi only. So people when come for listen to Modi, and when Modi is not talking immediately, automatically it is all sensitive matters.
Siddaramaiah had earlier said that he will attend official programs with Prime Minister Modi. As a matter of protocol, does not think such natakas will take place in Karnataka.
I don't think such a thing will be happened in Karnataka.
By asking its workers not to follow the Haryana-Jharkhand template of booing the opposition chief ministers, the Karnataka BJP has conveyed that it is a party unit with a difference. This move will also ensure that PM Modi's speech will not get drowned in the surround sound of BJP workers. With camera person Madhu, Pratibha Raman, Bangalore, Headlines Today.
Now, though the ambitious plan to dot Hyderabad city with CCTV cameras is still pending, Big Brother will continue to watch with the help of traffic inspectors who will sport a camera on their bodies. Ratnika Sharma has the details.
At the Saifabad traffic intersection, Chandrasekhar Reddy looks like any other traffic inspector in Hyderabad. But only he knows he is under watch, thanks to his remote watch that is strapped on his wrist. This watch with a 4G technology device embedded in the camera that is fixed to his pocket and a memory card ensures everything he does, both live audio and video, is being watched by the control room.
అలా ఎవరో ఒకరు చేశారండి. ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో 99% చాలా తగ్గిపోయిందండి. మనకి ఒకప్పుడు అనేది నాకు కరెక్ట్ తెలియదండి. నేను చూసినంత వరకు అయితే 90% కూడా ఇది లేదు. 1 or 2% అంటే ఐ మీన్ అది చెప్పలేం. 100% కంట్రోల్ అయిపోయింది.
The watch has been given to 20 traffic inspectors in the city so far.
We can also see, public can also see every transaction, whatever they talk to public, whatever they do is entirely recorded. So the allegations of misbehavior definitely will come down. Similarly, the public as well as the police officers both are likely to respond positively.
Citizens feel the fear of Big Brother watching them will keep the traffic policemen under check.
अच्छा है,
मतलब आप कह रहे हैं लोगों के लिए भी अच्छा
हाँ लोगों के लिए अच्छा है. कैमरे तो उनको धंधा कम होता.
It's a really good idea because crime rate will be controlled and so many traffic constables also they will be in control. They will not take bribe also.
Traffic constables demanding money on the side by traffic violators or citizens bribing them to avoid paying a hefty fine is commonplace. What these cameras strapped on their bodies will do is to keep an eye on them 24/7, something that could prevent petty corruption. With camera person Damodar, Ratnika Sharma in Hyderabad for Headlines Today.
Now for a hugely inspirational story from Hyderabad. On Friday night, 3 youth went to a State Bank of Hyderabad ATM at around 11 o'clock in the night and found that the cash box at that ATM was open. There was no guard at the ATM and there was no CCTV camera either. But instead of getting tempted, the 3 youth actually informed the police, who found there were 24 lakh rupees cash in that unlocked ATM.
About 10:30 we came here to take some cash for buying a birthday cake. And when we entered, we find nothing unusual. But when I'm taking the door, I found that the door was open. Taking the money, the door was open. We can see huge amount of cash there. Then I called. I tried to call some SBH manager, but it went to the SBH insurance manager. So he didn't respond very well. So I called to the 100 and police came about 7 minutes. And ACP sir and Assessor Saidulu sir and the DA Shankar sir all appreciated us for that, and we are very happy to do that. And the total amount was 24,05,000, and we are very happy for doing such a good thing.
And finally, I find it ironical that at a time when the iWatch is being launched, the time is fading away for a timeless watch. Yes, I'm talking about HMT. And then you meet someone like Ponnappa, a software engineer in Bangalore who has a collection of 600 HMT watches, proof that it will be never time up for this timeless brand.
Meet this software engineer working with the SAP labs in Bangalore. A man who has lived all his life amongst people who work in HMT, Ponnappa was upset when he realized that there would be no HMT watches available soon. He decided to start collecting them from antique dealers to showrooms. Today he has close to 600 of them. Ponnappa has a whole range of them, from the classic Pilot series, the Jawan, Sona, Janta and the more recent Quartz.
It's very sad that the organization couldn't continue for whatever reasons, but ultimately the fact is that it looks like it's going to end. So it's a sad moment.
Ponnappa has also put together a Facebook group of HMT collectors. Many like Ponnappa feel that much like the brand Royal Enfield, HMT could have repositioned itself. Ponnappa has another emotional attachment to HMT. His father served at HMT for 35 years, but Ganpati is of a different view. He thinks that globalization is the way of the world and HMT did not stand a chance.
I'm not feeling any bad because it's already dead about 10 years back, it's 10-15 years back. Now it has to die earlier.
मुस्कुराती घड़ी खूबसूरत घड़ी इरादों की घड़ी हमारी घड़ी विश्वास की घड़ी.
At a time when India is proud of launching its own indigenous spacecraft to Mars, again where precision is the key, it is sad that we cannot turn back time and revive what used to be called Desh Ki Dhadkan.
राष्ट्र के समय प्रहरी HMT.
I'm sure we've all had an HMT moment in our lives. I've had mine when my grandmother gave me my first HMT watch. Well, sadly, this watch could not stand the test of time. But more importantly, a tribute given to an HMT watch would be by wearing one like this. With camera Shrimurthy Rohini Swami in Bangalore for Headlines Today.